Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to speak as the Shadow Minister for Fisheries. Right Honourable Speaker, yesterday a boat capsized with about 15 people on Lake Victoria in waters between Buvuma and Mayuge. Right Honourable Speaker, 15 of these people on board who had been arrested by the Updf Fisheries Protection Unit, who were attached to Namugongo Barracks in Jinja District. Right Honourable Speaker, the suspects were handcuffed with ropes in the boat. They had no life jackets. The boat was overloaded, and definitely all the suspects died. The FPU officials survived because they had the life jackets, and they managed to swim to their own destinations to save their lives. Right Honourable Speaker, this is what we've been always talking about. And on so many occasions, as the Shadow Minister, I've been here emphasizing that we should table the fisheries and aquaculture regulations for the law to fully operationalize. The UPDF on the lake, they don't have sympathy for our people. And we said, if this law operates, the Marine Police, as we said it in the law, plus officials from the fisheries sector, if they were the ones on the lake, we never know such accidents would have been avoided, because these are well-trained people. Right Honourable Speaker, it is really disheartening that someone can lose a life when she or he cannot be able to save himself. It is really, this is very illegal. How do you arrest someone, handcuff someone with a rope, put someone in a boat that is overloaded, no life jacket? Right Honourable Speaker. Oh my God. My prayers, Right Honourable Speaker, these people should be compensated, their families, but even really compensating, it is really not enough. The officials attached to UPDF Fisheries Protection Unit should be arrested, charged for negligence of people's lives. Lastly, we should table the fisheries and aquaculture regulations for the law to fully operationalize. The UPDF are not supposed to be on the lake. Right Honourable Speaker, it is really disheartening. Thank you very much, Honourable Speaker. I submit.
Thank you. Honourable colleagues, my condolences. It's really sad. The Honourable Migade had come to me on the same, and he said he wanted to add on something.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable. Like my colleague has stated, these are not first-time occurrences. They have happened a number of times. One time we actually saw Marine Police officers also capsizing, and they didn't know how to swim. And they are Marine officers. And part of the training they are supposed to undergo is actually how to save lives. But Honourable Speaker, I think we also have to agree, and the police have to devise means, that the same shouldn't be the same way you handle suspects on the mainland, where you run after people, and you know there is chance that you can park the vehicle and run to the bush. But on the lake, when you run after a suspect, there is nowhere to hide. So in case one wants to run away from this, the only option is actually to capsize. And these incidences have been happening. But we have also, as the police, really, because practice should be that when you are marchers on the mainland, you take a suspect handcuffed. But on the lake, it shouldn't even be heard of. And so, Honourable Speaker, we need serious action on the officers, and this action should be communicated to this House, because previously they have reported we have taken action, and we find the same people transferred from police posts where they are known to where they are known. So this time we need serious action in this House. And lastly, Right Honourable Speaker, it should now be common practice that as these people arrest officers, they should only arrest suspects in line with the life jackets they have in their boat. If they have 10 life jackets, at no one time should they arrest more than 10 suspects. Because this is why for them they survived, they were putting on life jackets. So, and this practice of collecting suspects from one island to another, and the suspects spend the whole day on the lake. And then the boat becomes a passenger boat. It has 70, 50. So this practice should actually stop.
Thank you. Now, Honourable Minister for Fisheries, how can your officers arrest people, put them in a boat? For them, they put on life jackets. You pile up people with no life jackets, where knowing any time danger can come in and people die. Really, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, it's very unfortunate to hear such incident took place. I want to pledge to investigate and follow it up with together with the Minister of Defense. We are going to investigate and come back to report. Otherwise, very unfortunate, and it should not be like that. Thank you.
Thank you. Tomorrow we shall consider the National Budget Framework paper. That is Wednesday tomorrow. And I want us to start at 10. And the whole day will be dedicated to the BFP tomorrow, from 10 until 6 p.m. Because I don't want to limit you in terms of time. I don't want you to lobby, to wink at me, to catch my eye. I just need you to go. You read through. I know the budget committee has not yet transmitted the report, but I'm very, very sure if you interested yourselves, by now you have a lot of data and you know areas of interest. So we hope they'll finish signing the report. Then we upload it tonight so that you're able to read through by morning. And then we have enough time to discuss it. Chair, I'm very happy the chair budget committee is here. And then on Thursday, I will handle RAPEX. Because I've been talking to the Minister for Finance. They are stuck. The money that is under entities which we merged cannot be accessed. And now yet the rest of the MDAs are doing really well. So we need to conclude it so that we give them permission now to transfer money from the votes of the merged entities to the ministries or to the entities where they are supposed to be, especially works. They are stuck, we can't do anything, and the minister has requested if we could do it urgent. I hope we've given you enough time, Chair Budget Committee. So tomorrow, MTF, Thursday, RAPEX. I need these matters sorted. Then, honorable colleagues, I will amend the order paper to allow the statement from the Attorney General and the report of the Committee on Human Rights on the issue of Dr. Besje, Dr. Besje's status in hospital. So that one, I want those issues sorted today. I hope my communication is clear. Really, I wouldn't want us to be derailed. Procedure, Alop.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker, this House, as the legislature, is in many respects the gatekeeper of our country. And so when there's critical matters of concern out there, they can be discussed on talk shows and so on. But Parliament is critical because this is where Ugandans are represented. Honourable Speaker, I want to draw your attention and to seek your indulgence. There is a brewing conflict in Eastern DRC. DRC is our neighbor. There are a couple of Ugandans who are in DRC, and what's happening there is of great concern to us as a country. Honorable Speaker, for about 4 years, the Ugandan ambassador to DRC has not been accredited. So I actually keep wondering about our relationship with DRC, what it's like as we speak today. I'll also remind you that while Uganda waived visa fees for DRC, DRC has not returned the same favor. So it appears to me as if we have some kind of frosty relationship with DRC. And now with the ongoing conflict there, it is concerning. Maybe government needs to update us on, number one, our border, what's happening around that situation. Number two, Ugandans who are held in DRC, given the conflict that's happening there. And as you know, Uganda has previously been blamed for supporting M23. Of course, government denied that, but that blame has come through. Honorable Speaker, we have our troops in DRC. You remember years ago, Uganda raided DRC. DRC took us to court, and we are still paying heavily. So given all that is happening, it's very concerning. And I thought through your chair, Honorable Speaker, government would update us, because we are caught in this, because these are our neighbors, we have Ugandans across, and all the other attendant issues. I thank you, Right Honorable.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Lop. A few minutes ago, I think like 20 minutes ago, I was on call with the Minister of State for Regional Cooperation, Honorable John Murimba, and he was asking for space on the order paper to bring a statement to update us on the happenings in DRC, especially with the burning of our embassy today. Yes, our embassy this afternoon was burnt, is on fire. So I've told him that he should get back to me in the evening when the statement is ready. We can accommodate him tomorrow, okay, as the first item, and then we go to the BFP. But government already has moved requesting for space on the order paper. And they were in a meeting, right now they were in a meeting, because I told him if I could give him space today, but he told me, of course, statements of this nature, you have to be very, very cautious, or else you might end up causing much more problems. So they were in a meeting, and he told me they had already been speaking to the CDF of DRC. Then they were consulting other people to finalize on a statement which can come here. So I request that we do tomorrow, we give him space, since it was his initiative. Yes, Honorable.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, that is a very sensitive matter, just like you have said. And I think we'll have to be patient until tomorrow. But Right Honorable Speaker, you issued an order paper and also directives and confirmations from the Attorney General last week that he'll be here to actually present that statement on Dr. Besigye. But also, secondly, Right Honorable Speaker, the other issue, the order paper is very clear, and I think the third item was on the ongoing voter verification. I do not see the minister responsible here. Where? Oh, he's just arriving. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, because both items were actually for the Attorney General. But
thank you for mobilizing him.
Yes, since Doug has walked in, I now rest my case, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable colleagues in the public gallery, this afternoon, we have members from the Rotary Club of Kabaragara. They are here to observe proceedings of this House. Please join me in welcoming them. Okay. Thank you. Also, we have in the public gallery this afternoon a group of students from Wizwera Thomas Skilling Center and the Wind Skilling Center. They are represented by Honorable Twesi Janasa Nitungo, Honorable Bataringa Basil Rankwene, and Honorable Yebare Margaret. They've come to observe proceedings of this House. Please join me in welcoming them. Thank you. Chair, Defense.
Thank you, Right Honorable. My concern is on the executive order by the U.S. government instructing all agencies.
No, but Honorable colleagues,
yes.
Now you've started raising matters of national importance. I thought you were on procedure. Yeah,
okay.
Because I have matters of national importance listed here.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Sit
you.
down, Seungo.
Yes, Honorable Zemji, Honorable Seungo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The procedure issue I have relates to the statement that you said the Minister for Regional Cooperation was still carefully putting together. Mr. Speaker, you know, we have invested money in doing roads linking us to Eastern DRC. You also know, Mr. Speaker, that we are paying almost $1 trillion shilling to DRC because of stealing its gold. We've been paying money in the budget. I am only requesting, if you may find the pleasure, Mr. Speaker, in asking the Minister for Regional Cooperation to update us on especially the investment we have made, which makes sense, especially trade. And then finally, Mr. Speaker, the banning of our embassy, as you say, the Minister will explain. I have raised the issues here of the reckless conduct of our CDF. The other day he spoke in defense of, in support of M23, and we nearly got chased from Congo, our military who is fighting there. Can you, Mr. Speaker, also ask defense to come here and explain? Because these things were bound to happen. When you're talking about it, some MPs thought we were joking. The way he was mocking Congo. The reckless nature of the CDF, the trouble that it has started causing Uganda, because that banning of our embassy is partly because of his tongue. Can you, Mr. Speaker, procedurally ask defense to come here and explain if now they have contained his tongue? Because sooner than later you'll have a problem either with Khartoum, with Ethiopia. The other it was Kenya. Now they are banning our embassies our embassy in Congo.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable. To begin with, tomorrow we are getting a statement, and I can see your submission was more or less debating the statement which we're expecting tomorrow. So let's first get a statement tomorrow, okay? Then if there are any clarifications from government, they'll be made here. They'll be made. Number two, really, I think it will be unfair for me to ask the Minister of Foreign Affairs to come and update government on roads we are doing in DRC, on payments, when these roads and their funding was approved by us as Parliament, and there is a sectoral committee in charge. When the money that has been paid as reparation to DRC was approved by us as a Parliament, we might not have same opinions on the same, okay? But at least all this was done with the resolution of Parliament. So I think the committee is responsible when we are handling the budget and all that. Please look into these matters, and then the members will pick interest. Otherwise, I wouldn't want us to mix a lot of issues. The situation in Congo is very fragile. I don't want us to come here with statements, again, which will really add in salt into the wound. I don't want us to really inflame the situation. So let's wait for the minister tomorrow, then we shall see how we will handle. Honorable Seungo, then Honorable Watkins.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My prayer to you from that communication, Mr. Speaker, about Congo is that I think Uganda Airlines must take...
DRC.
DRC.
You know there is Congo Brazzaville.
Yes, DRC must take in... Uganda Airlines should take in attention from now, immediately. Because they have business in DRC and is always flying there. But Mr. Speaker, my other issue is that since tomorrow you have called us here, tomorrow at 10, I would pray that the front bench becomes more healthy than it is today. Because we need them to respond to issues. And you know we have a challenge with the Prime Minister of Uganda. He's never here. She only comes on Thursday for Prime Minister's time, yet is the leader of government business. A number of issues in the budget must be reflected and must be responded to by the Prime Minister. I'm not attacking the one who's sitting here, and I want to praise her very much. But sometimes we don't get substantial answers from her. But the substantive Prime Minister should be entering appearance here every day whenever we are sitting. Because that's why she was appointed. Order on what?
Right, Honorable Speaker. Is it in order for Honorable Sewungu to allude that the office of the Prime Minister is not represented? Because there's no single day that this House has been on without a representation from the office of the Prime Minister. Is Honorable Sewungu in order, right, Honorable Speaker?
Thank you. Honorable colleagues, I received a notice from the Right Honorable Prime Minister informing me she's in Tanzania on official duty, representing government. That's why she's not here. But she has been giving us time. And really, when she comes, she gives us enough time. And she, even Thursdays, the time she gives us on Thursdays is valuable time. You know, it's very, very important time. And tomorrow I request, in fact, I'll be shocked to find there is a minister which is not represented when we are discussing their budget. I don't know how they will be wanting to operate. So I hope we come in so that the Minister of Finance doesn't carry the burden alone. Government Chief Whip, Right Honorable Prime Minister, Leader of Government Business, ensure each ministry tomorrow is represented at 10 so that we can kick off business well. Finally, Honorable Katsabe.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I raise on the value system of I am my sister's keeper, I am my brother's keeper. Mr. Speaker, sir, for those that probably don't know the history of the people that live in Kasese as a community, our great fathers migrated, born and migrated and came to Uganda. So naturally, we are, by extension and by tradition, Congolese, because that's where our great parents came from. Now, under the value system, I am my sister's keeper and I am my brother's keeper. Now that we have an insecurity condition, Mr. Speaker, sir, and you have wisely guided, can I request you, Mr. Speaker, that the fact that it consists of borders, DRC, our intelligence, offensive, defensive, and military capabilities should be scaled up. This country, Mr. Speaker, has not recovered from the shock of our lives. 42 Ugandan citizens, students, in a boarding school in a pondry, burned to death. Mr. Speaker, sir, I ask that our intelligence, strategic, offensive, and defensive and sustainability capabilities within the military be scaled up along the border, including Bundabujo, Mr. Speaker, so that our citizens are catered for in terms of security and safety. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. That's for noting, for government to note and take seriously from the MP of the affected area.